Welcome to HDPP Live on a Saturday night to the UK and around the world with photos, memories and friends. This is HDPP Live. How are you this evening? Are you all well?
Hinckley District has the present for you, meeting friends old and new. Streaming Wednesdays and Saturdays too, with founder members Paul and Sue. The smiles that we bring are a heritage thing. HDPP, keeping history alive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Where local memories survive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Film clips, photos, memories and friends helps a dreary night go by. We're in Hinckley, six of the best, stupendous, quizzical high. The smiles that we bring are a heritage thing. HDPP, keeping history alive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Where local memories survive. HDPP, streaming HDPP live. Let's take you back in time. A community affair. We'll take you for a ride. Henson's cab will take you there. We're making history. HDPP, chat room applauses. History supporting local causes. Streaming HDPP live. Betty is our queen bee. The sweetest honey candy. Dangerous Den here again. HDPP live. Hey, you know we keep it HDPP.
Oh my word, are we on? Yes, we're on. Good grief. Good evening. We're back on Saturday nights. Here we are. My word, where have you been? Mate, yes, I know. Welcome along to the programme. It's Hinckley District, past and present, live on a Saturday night, and it's me, you know who. And, well, hey, look at this down here. Look at this. Oh, we've had a spring clean, and everything's looking quite nice. Thank you very much. So, Saturday night, that's the most screaming and shouting you'll hear all night, and you regular viewers will know exactly what I mean. Welcome along to the programme, and welcome already people in the chat room. So it's great to have you in there. Let's have a look in the chat room, see how it looks now. It looks a bit different, I know, but there we are. We're still working on the chat room bit, but as you can see, in fact, if I look really, really carefully now, I might be able to just make that a bit bigger. There you go. So, people in that chat room, it was Ian Roberts came in first. Good evening, Ian. Followed quickly by Paul Glover. A lot of people saying, "Oh, it's great you're back on Saturdays. We couldn't really do the Mondays, so welcome. It's nice that you've come back. I know there's a few people who said they were going to make a point of joining us once again on Saturday evening. David Blower's here. Nice to know you're here, mate. Dangerous Den, he's here again. Hi, Den. Hope you're all right. And David Allen, all the way from Boston in Lincolnshire. Yes, he's there. And also, yes, Ian Roberts heard me coughing off mic. But the thing is, the mic was still on before we started. It's a good job it wasn't on earlier. one was using different sorts of language there. Anyway, listen, not to worry. Oh, and Carol's here from Burbage, the wonderful Burbage, but it's no good without Carol being there. So welcome, Carol. Glad you've joined us this evening as well. Kit Parker's all the way back from a time away. No, she's not been in prison. She's been not that I know of, but she's been away on holiday, and well, that's what she's told us. She could have been away. I don't know. Steve Gardner, Grandad's here. Hi, Steve. Glad that you are with us this evening as well, and also saying hello to Queen Bee this evening. Good. Hello all, glad to be back on a Saturday. Well, let's face it, now the Screaming Shout show's on, come over here for a bit of peace and quiet. And David S says, it's nice to be back on Saturdays. It is. It's going to take just a little bit of getting used to. Clive Armstrong's here as well. And what we've done, we've given the whole thing, a freshen up, basically. So as you can see from what you can see on the screen, I'm afraid I have to apologise for the idiotic face that's talking to you at the moment. It's the only one I've got. However, hopefully the chat room's a little bit bigger. We were thinking about people that probably watch on mobile phones and stuff. So they might be able to see some of this. And you can see our brand new strap across the bottom as well. Oh, a strap across the bottom. I hadn't thought about that till I said it. There we go. Right, okay then. So, on Saturday nights, how is it going to be from now all the way up to Christmas? Yeah, how it's going to be? It's going to be good because 6 of the best returns. Hooray! In fact, I was hoping to give you a little cheer there, but it didn't go particularly right. 6 of the best is back, which is good. Thank you, 6 of the best. That's back as well. But you'll find this time 6 of the best with a little bit different. Oh, we got a ding there as well. Remember to like and subscribe. That's right. Thank you. You can hear the bell going now. 6 of the best will be. We've got some local questions and some general knowledge and all that sort of thing. Now, I've been treading a bit of water here, actually, waiting for Jeff and Anna to join us, and they have. Jeff says, hi, Paul Sue, from our new cottage in Brattlebury. Hey, Brattlebury. Right, okay. Had a few problems signing in tonight with the new internet, but they're here. Keep those likes coming. Ring my bell, missus. That's what we want. So, thank you. Very, very obliging tonight. So, what we've got, say, 6 of the best doing all that. Anything that we used to do on a Saturday night is generally back again. Got some nice little films for you this evening, as well as a noser. So, good grief. First of all, as I always like to do, of course, is say thank you very much to the sponsors of HDPP who keep us going and supply stuff to us here, there and everywhere. So thank you very, very much indeed for that. Jaspers, Sellers, Brookfield Signs, to name but a few. There we go. Now, also, as you know, we have our goodies for sale over there in Jasper's store. That's just like a snapshot of all of them. Mugs, keyrings, caps, tea towels, posters, pictures, you name it, we've got it. And starting next week, HDPP member Lynette Lee's book, Slipping Away, which is a great book, all about her dad, a gentleman called George Holt, who used to live in Burbage. Well, this is a great story, and you'll be able to buy that direct from Jaspers as well. And profits will be shared to HDPP local good causes. Woo! So there you go. Now then, it's been one of them days today. Just to explain, got the grandchildren here today, and anyway, we had them yesterday. They've been here today. We took them out today, and we had a bit of a rush on. We've had a bit of a rush on, and, only just... Hence the live mic, by the way. Hence the live mic earlier. Okay, so we're going to get into it. So wherever you're watching, like I say hello in the chat room, and please remember to like and subscribe, because by subscribing, because it costs nothing, you get a notification when we go live. So that's the thing to remember. So if we've all settled down, I don't think we've got anybody's birthdays today. We still have the HDPP singers on hand for when we do need a birthday thing. And good evening, I must say, to Tim and little Jane. Nice to know that you could join us once again on a Saturday night. Brilliant indeed. We've got some good stuff. So, are you ready already for 6 of the best? It'd be great. It's going to be great to bring this back. And I've made it deliberately easy tonight. Well, mainly because I've been very, very busy this week, but also just to get you all back into the swing of it and stuff. So I'm sure there'll be some people watching tonight who will get 6 of the best. In other words, the 6 correct answers, okay? Now, the same old rules apply as before. Do not put your answer in the chat room because people will see it and they'll nick it. Keep it to yourselves until you got it all sorted, okay? So, actually, I know what's going to happen now because I haven't... I've not had a chance to cue my 6 of the best up, so it's going to start in the wrong place. So let me just see where it's going to start. Oh! Actually, that'll do nicely. Hang on. Right, so this is, and I'm just going to turn this volume down a little bit here. Thank you, that's better. Right, so here we go then with 6 of the best as it returns this evening. A local knowledge question. I want you to tell me the name of the footbridge at Hinckley Railway Station. Now, we've done this before, I know. You're going to see a lot of questions that we've used before, but we're recycling them because we are environmentally friendly, okay? So question 1 of the local knowledge category. What is the name of the railway footbridge at Hinckley Railway Station? Right, that is question number 1. Question number 2, guess the date. You see how we've done all this now. So what year did Castle Street first close to traffic? Was it 1974, 1975, or indeed was it 1977? One of them is the correct answer. So there you go. Was it 74, 75, or 77? One is correct. What year did Castle Street first close to traffic? Now, the guess the date is probably sometimes it's going to be a general knowledge question. This time it happens to be a local question. So there we go. How are we doing so far? Okay, let's move on then to question 3. General knowledge. General knowledge. Which is Europe's busiest port? Which is Europe's busiest port? And indeed, do you know general knowledge? He's been in the services for years. And everybody talks about general knowledge, you know. It's time he had some medals, I would say. So question 3, what is Europe's busiest port? Yeah. Going on to question 4 now. Now this is a true or false question. Now then, the story of the 9 o'clock horses began right here in Hinckley from the horse fair. Is that true? Is it false? I'm going to leave that one with you. We will reveal all later. The story of the 9 o'clock horses began right here in Hinckley from the horse fair. Children of a certain age will remember the 9 o'clock horses being threatened to them by their parents. If you're not in bed in the next 5 minutes, the 9 o'clock horses will lay you. Yeah. But did the story originate here, right here in Hinckley from the horse fair? We're going to find out true or false in a while. Question number 5, where in Hinckley I am, or where am I, we're calling this, because we're going to go all over the area. This is a quick, simple, easy one, okay? Where am I? I'll tell you, I am in Hinckley. I have used this before, but once again, this is just to give you an idea on how 6 of the best is going to work in the future. So, where in Hinckley am I in this particular instance? There's some subtle clues there. It's quite unique. Those little windows are very unique. Can you remember where you've seen them? Oh, yes, now, missus. So that is question number 5. We'll go through these again in a few moments' time. But it's the anagram, and I've changed it since Mrs. G looked. And she probably can't remember anyway. The anagram question. Behold, Hallie Hunter howls. Behold, Hallie Hunter howls. I'll leave that on the screen a minute so Jeff Wallace and Dave Blower can get all those letters down correctly. The clue I'm giving you is one is and one ain't these days. I think I know what it is, so I think it's a good clue. Okay, so there's all there's all the letters you need. Behold, Hallie Huntley howls. Ignore the capital letters because they aren't necessarily relevant. But all the same, behold, Hallie Huntley howls. One is and one ain't these days. Rearrange those letters and it'll give you what we're looking for. I won't give you a clue just yet. I want to see how people do first. Let's see if they can, by you doing that subtle, cryptic clue, whether you can work out what we're after. So behold, Hallie Hunter howls. One is and one ain't these days. If you start playing with those words, I think all of a sudden it'll jump out at you. Okay, fair enough. So let us just go over them one more time very, very quickly. Oops, just a minute. Where's question one gone? Oh, anyway, yeah, where did question one go? I don't know. Are we missing question one? It might be 5 of the best at this rate. I've got question 2 here. What year did Castle Street first close to traffic? Number 3, general knowledge. We're missing a question. Which is Europe's busiest port? Question 4, true or false? The story of the 9 o'clock horses began right here in Hinckley from the horse fair. Is that true or false? Question 5, where am I? And question 6, the anagram question. Behold, Hallie Hunter howls. One is, one ain't these days. It would appear it's 5 of the best tonight. Where did question number 1 go? I don't. Maybe it fell down. Well, we've got no time to correct it now. So there we go. There are your 6 of the best, even though it's only 5. Cutbacks affect us all, you know, these days. Yeah, so we will come back to that very, very shortly, and we'll do it all over again. Okay then. Right then. Okay then. Oh, now then, let's see. People are in the chat room all Dennis Perkins referring to Slipping Away, the book. It's a very good read, by the way. Absolutely it is. Jim Kirby. Good evening, everyone, live from Tunic in Turkey. Hello, Turkey. Great that you're watching. Nice one, Jim. Glad you've joined us tonight. Anyway, also, and talking of the Kirbys, they're not in tonight. They're not. They can't stand it. Apparently, the Crops and the Kirbys have had a much better offer tonight than, you know. They've gone out hobnobbing. Oh well, there you go. So. We'll just have to leave them with it, won't we? Absolutely, we will. And also, let me just check the bottom of that before we move on, because we've got a film coming up in just a minute to make sure I'm at the bottom of the window, which I am. Right, okay then. So, time for a film. One we'd shown a long, long time ago in the early days of our live streams here on HDPP. We're off to Wolvie. We don't go Wolvie very often, but listen. Look at this, absolutely grand, all teaching you how to, at the anti-skid school. Just a minute, look at that Queen Bee, got the anagram, I hope. She's a cheeky lady. My word, how can she do that before our first feature? Let's go to Wolvie with this great little bit of typically Chumley Warner commentary.
Few sights can be as alarming as the far too common car skid, although there's nothing out of control about this 360-degree skid. In fact, as you'll discover, no matter how treacherous a road surface, a car can and should always be in full control of the driver, if he knows how to go about it. To prove our point, we visit Britain's first anti-skid school at Wolvie, near Hinckley, Leicestershire, where the famous Dutch rally driver and one of the world's leading experts on skid control, Mr. Rob Slottermacher, is passing on his specialized techniques to private motorists. Ordinary motorists have long envied police and bus drivers the skid pans used in their training. But this is not merely a copy of the conventional saucer-shaped type, but a long stretch of road kept slippery by constant watering. Pupils are taught in school cars, but allowed to practice on the track in their own vehicles when they have enough confidence in the new technique. The instructors here start by eliminating the tendency of even the most experienced drivers instinctively to brake during a skid. A pupil might be told to swerve to avoid an imaginary child, and it's his or her skill at the steering wheel alone that controls the car. We haven't time here to try and explain what has taken over 4 years of study to perfect, but another tip to remember is to declutch in a skid, which of course is contrary to the advice of many experts, although none of these points mean anything without the others. Finally, another aspect of control demonstrated by Rob Slaughtermarker, known as cadence braking. Notice that in the first run of what not to do, use of the foot brake makes the car impossible to steer and difficult to stop. The correct method is to pump the brake intermittently. Still, don't dash out and try. As the teachers here say, theoretical knowledge is not enough. Practice makes perfect.
And there you go, you see, just like that, at Wolvie. And we have posted pictures before, a little while ago now, about the skid school and stuff and whatnot. And of course, I doubt it's not there now, of course, but there you go. A little bit of health and safety on a Saturday night. Now, I do know that Jeff Wallace is having a few internet problems tonight. Don't worry, it's this new picture, that's what's doing it. But however, we hope you can persevere and probably get the anagram, which, by the way, Queen Bee claims to have got the anagram, and I think she probably has, actually. I'm just hoping that Queen Bee was the clue useful. You see what I mean? Yeah, on the anagram question. We'll see very, very shortly. I'm sure we will. Anyway, now then, once again, it's given me a chance to go through some of the films we've got in our archive that I use for this, to run them again. And Paul Glover said, I love that film. And people, and Ian Roberts was saying, he says, sounds like an Anadin advert. Yeah, well, that's how it sounded in the 50s and 60s, though. Typical, I call Chumley Warner, that sort of thing. Anyway, nice to see that film again. And now we've got another one, which I'm going to talk you through as it goes. In fact, I was hoping that the Crops would be in tonight, but they're not, so they're going to miss it. Well, serves them right for wanting to go out. James Bennett, this is a great bit of film from the Hinckley archives, which you can see on YouTube. And for those of you that wanted to buy it, you can make inquiries to buy it. But let's go see what you think to this. This is quite good. I'm going to talk you through it and see what you think. Now, let's just turn the volume down a bit. That's it. Just get the volume. Here we are in Leicestershire. We have shown this film before, but it's been quite a while. And look, why within Leicestershire, and you can see here, it looks in the city of Leicester. But we come over to our side now. We come over to Hinckley. Can you remember the road signs like this outside the town? Yes, I can. Hinckley Urban District. And we came to the Tudor Rose Stockings factory. This is Bennett's, not James Bennett, it's Bennett's. Remember when that bit of Southfield Road looked like that? Some of the buildings do still stand today, by the way. They didn't all go. And the British Nylon Spinners Limited, delivering the yarn into the delivery dock there on Southfield Road. Of course, all what you're seeing now, a lot of it's all been redeveloped, really. There's only a little bit of the factory left now. Over the other side of Southfield Road, it's all been built on. And they've made a reasonable job of that, if I say so myself. And we say good evening to Alan Slater. Alan, I'm glad you're back with us now. Now you're on summertime. Great that you've joined us all the way from New Zealand this very evening. Hope you enjoy the show. So the yarn is unloaded. And this is, I would love to know the names of these gentlemen, actually. But look, so they've taken the time. What you never did was unload too quickly. Otherwise, the boss would find you other things to do. So you just took your time. Absolutely, you would do. So the yarn is delivered into the yarn store. And we're going to see pretty well most of the process. Here we go. Look how much yarn they've got in there. For making different types of tights, stockings, etc., etc. And we can see here in the knitting room, there we go, these flatbed knitting machines. And of course, Hinckley was so well known for its hosiery and knitwear and stuff. This is just one of many factories that was producing the said articles, basically. And also, you could earn very, very good money. A knitter, particularly, or a mecha, as they were called here, a mecha, not a knitter, a mecha. You could earn really, really good money working in the factories. Okay, it was hard work at times, but somewhat very much worth it. If you was prepared to work hard, you could earn real good dosh. Good evening, Kevin Beasley's joined us late on parade, he says. Not to worry about that. Ian Roberts goes on to say that later when James Bennett's became Richard Roberts Dies in Southfield Road, it was on BBC Two's Money programme in the mid-1980s. Ah, nice one, Ian. Thank you very much for that. So there's that yarn on them machines being used and being knitted, and here you can see what it produced off the knitted machines. Now, Elizabeth Moore, otherwise known as Queen Bee, said the clues didn't help us so much, but some of the letters just seemed to shout out. Well, let's hope they shouted out the right answers to you. We'll be going to 6 of the best again at the end of this film. Now, maybe you've got memories of working in the factories in the town. I certainly have. In fact, all the same, although we used to moan like Billy Ho about it, it was actually good times. Over to the girls now. This is affectionately known as the hen house. And the various machines going on here. Some are doing side stitching, so they're stitching the stockings up. Some would be toe stitchers, etc., etc. But once again, highly skilled job. These girls, as Marie Crop would tell you if she was here, but no, she's gone out. Yeah. Well, what can I say? Oh, Jim Kirby says, I was into it, Pex, Atkins and Davenport's. Jim, you will know all this site will look very familiar to you, as it does. And Paul Glover says, it's a great film, Paul. I used to work on flatbed mechanics. Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Super. And here's the turn stitch turns. That sort of thing. That was another form of stitching and examining as well going on. And how these girls, the speed they would work. Look at this. They're pulling them on, examining, turning, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, making sure the ends, they stitch the end up and away it goes again. A way of life that's been lost in the town and indeed, nay, it's been lost to a lot of the country now because obviously we don't manufacture as much as what we used to do. But this just gives you a real great idea of the progress. There we go. Lovely. It finished quicker than what I expected. There. Promised you that. Said it'd be good. Okay, then. So, if you've joined us since we started 6 of the best this evening, we're going to repeat that now because some people want to probably check their answers and stuff. Okay, then. So, let's quickly go it down to Dangerous Den, by the way, says, my dad was a mecha. My granddad was a clicker in the boot and shoe. He says, and I'm just dangerous. Nice one, mate. Yeah, but like I say, knitter was the posh way. A mecha is a mecha. And of course, you know, a lot of gents in the town were also employed as countermen. And the countermen were pretty well a law unto themselves, if I remember right. Yeah, I remember. Okay, 6 of the best. Let's go. Well, actually, it's 5. Question 1's gone missing. I honestly don't know where it's gone. Oh, here it is. It's back. Question 1. What is the name of the railway footbridge at Hinckley Station? That was it. Yes, I don't know where it had gone, that. Question 1. What was the name of the railway footbridge at Hinckley Railway Station? Question 2. What year did Castle Street first close to traffic? So, careful how you answer that one. Yeah, okay. Question number 3. General knowledge question this. Which is Europe's busiest port? Now, I can hear people going on to Google already. Oh, you don't know? Don't go using Google. Have a go and try and find out yourself. Question number 4. True or false? Now, the story of the 9 o'clock horses began right here in Hinckley from the horse fair. Now, is that true? Is it false? Have a think about it. Can you remember being threatened with the 9 o'clock horses? I do. I was well frit, I'll tell you. Yeah, straight up to bed, head under. Is that an horse I can hear? Oh dear. Where in Hinckley? Or where am I? Because this will vary from week to week exactly where I go. So, but this was just an easy one. Where in Hinckley? is that in this particular case? We'll give you the answer before the end of the programme. And number 6, the anagram question, right? Behold, Hallie Huntley howls. There's a few H's in there, isn't there? Behold, Hallie Hunter howls. One is and one ain't these days, so we're looking for 2 of something. But one is and one ain't. There you go. If you think you know, have a go. Don't put the answer in the old chat room yet, because people will nick it. So hold on to it. I'll probably give you one more clue to that after our next little film on this Saturday night. There we go. Now I'm going to press the button again. I just want to see if question 1 comes back again. No, it's jumped it. It's missed it. I don't know why it's dead. It'll come back though. It will come back. Trust me, it will. Right, okay then. So on this Saturday night, as the nights are drawing in, and you can have a real nip in the air as well, isn't the missus? Yeah, you know, blows right up your toot. Absolutely, it does. But it's been a nice sort of day generally. Took a trip up to the Shaggerston Railway today, and took the grandchildren for their very first ride on a train. They loved it. It was great. Super. Shame it was being pulled by a diesel, but listen, we'll let them off that, because we knew that they did say there'll be no steam engines running today. So we went behind a Class 33, which I know nothing about. Anyway, let's move on. So it's been a great day, but it's been a busy day. This little boy here will be in bed before the 9 o'clock horses come by tonight. I can tell you. Anyway, let's go on. Now then. Later on tonight, we've got a noser. Mr. Noser. Now, Steve is posting a new video anytime now, but he told me it would not be posted in time for Saturday night. But remember, Wednesday night, come and see the legend that is Mr. Noser. Steve will be live on the stage for our social night. Not singing, but we're talking all about his noses. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that would like to come along and say hello to him. One of them would be Jan Kirby, but she messaged me earlier, I've got a meeting that night. You gotta love Jan. She always makes me laugh, because she always missed the best bits every time. And yet it's not like we alter our meetings in any way. It's always set in stone that our social night is always the 4th Wednesday and our scanning is always the 3rd Saturday. It's been like that since we started way back in 2015. But anyway, we could talk about Jan, because she's not here tonight. Yeah, her and the crops have gone elsewhere for a better night. So there we go. Right, okay then. Now I'm going to repeat yet another film, which one of my favourites. I've altered the soundtrack a bit on this, but it's always worth another look, isn't it? And that is. By the way, let me just, as you can see on the screen there, look, Dave B. 4 H's, 5 L's. I'm lost. It's all. If Queen Bee's got it right, she'll know that. She's right. I'm pretty sure she would be. Yeah. Dennis Perkins out all the way. Dennis Perkins. Dangerous Den. I'm looking forward to seeing Mr. Picker. Yes, absolutely. So everybody, spread the word. Everybody can come. You don't have to be a member of HDPP. Just come along and enjoy the night, because I love it when people come along. It makes a great night. So that'll be good. That's Wednesday night, the social night at the Greyhound. Starts 7:30. Mr. Noser. We're going to interview him, and he's going to talk about some of his noses, some of his adventures. It's going to be a good little night. Now then, damn, Anna's got the anagram, says Jeff. So Anna, hopefully the clue helped a bit. See, one is and one ain't these days. I think it's a good little clue myself. And Russet, hello Russet, how are you? Because poor Russet, we know that you've been a little bit detained at home, let's say. But hopefully you're doing well now, because she says she's going to be there on Wednesday night. It'd be lovely to see you, Russet. That'll be good. And Clive Armstrong said, I've got the anagram. Yeah, okay, all right. Well, keep it to yourselves. Don't tell everybody. Well, you can tease Dave B about it, because he hasn't got it yet. I'll give a clue before the nosy, okay? But in the meantime, settle back and enjoy our visit to Gobsall Hall. And there we are, our visit to Gobsall Hall. Gobsall, oh, if only it had survived. You hear me say this all the time when it comes about Gobsall, but it's true. If it had survived, it would have been a fantastic tourist attraction right here in our neck of the woods. I mean, it would have been up there with, the great houses. Sadly, no. But it's gone now and that's it. But it's such a shame of what could have been. Absolutely. Right then. In fact, Carol was saying, why was it allowed to go into a ruin? It'd be a gorgeous place. It would have been a gorgeous place to visit. It was being run down for a little while. And then, of course, when the Second World War came, it was Billy today, let's say the army. There was a training station there for radar, etc. A lot of things gone there, and of course it was just used slowly and no repairs being done whatsoever. And by the time they vacated, things had gone too far apparently, and and of course lots of country houses met their fate in the 30s and 40s due to inheritance tax, blah blah blah. And it's such a shame, really is. And I say I was up that neck of the woods today, and you'd never known that place had existed. And yet, when you think that the king, in fact, if you see my post earlier on the group, when King Edward VII actually came in 1902, December 1902, to visit the hall. And of course, his train arrived at Shackerston, and it was just a short drive round the corner, straight up the lovely driveway that would have been there. How fantastic. Wouldn't it have been great to have some pictures of that royal visit too? Anyway, there you go. Okay then, so here we are still. Some people doing pretty well, say they've got the anagram. I don't know. Now, Paul Glover says, I've got 4 out of 6 in the competition so far. So, your last chance. I'm going to go through the questions one more time, and then we'll have a nosy. Then we'll give you the answers and see how well you've done. So, let's see. Thank you. Keep the likes coming, by the way. I've lost question 1 again. I don't know why that's happening, but I will tell you. We want to know the name of the railway footbridge at Hinckley Station. We want to know what the name is of the footbridge, Hinckley Railway Station. Question number 2. What year did Castle Street first close to traffic? It's been shut off to traffic for a long time now, but what year? Was it 74, 75 or 77? The general knowledge question this week, which is Europe's busiest port? Now, I know some of you have gone straight onto Google. I mean, that really is cheating. But I can't stop you. Damn. Question 4. Now then, true or false? The story of the 9 o'clock horses began right here in Hinckley from the horse fair. Is that true or is it false? That's up to you to decide. Question 5. The where in Hinckley? Where am I? Pretty easy, actually, I know, but once again, just made it pretty easy all this competition this time, just to get you in the mood to how we do things in 6 of the best for the coming weeks ahead. So, where am I? Yeah. And the Aniogram. Behold, Hallie Huntley Howells. Yes, I thought that this morning. And the clue I've given you, 1 is and 1 ain't these days. Maybe 2. Let's see. Can I get? Yeah. I think I'll go as far to say yes. They are once leisure facilities, something like that. But anyway, I don't think I'll say much more than that. Other than the fact, I'm trying to think of a subtle clue without giving it to. It's drinking establishments. There, go on. I'll give you a bit of a help there. So we're after a couple of pubs. Yeah, there you go. Now then, okay, so that is your 6th of the best. And look, there's question 1 come back now, you see. We'll come back to that in a few minutes' time. Now, you've got to bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm getting used to this new setup and how, because it's working slightly different on my screens here. I'm not doing too bad tonight. So trying to just find it where everything should be and shouldn't, as the case may be. Right, okay then. It's time for a noser. We're going to visit one of Steve Picker's favourite noses tonight, so it's a repeat noser. And like I say, which reminds me, do not forget tomorrow here in town, it's the Classic Car Show. Yes, it's the big one tomorrow. There'll be lots of people in town. It's going to be a busy day. I just hope the weather holds long as it's dry, I think it'll be a great day. Of course, it was cancelled from last week. Well, sorry, postponed from last week because obviously the sad news about the Queen and obviously where we were with things then. But the classic car show tomorrow in Hinckley. Well worth coming into town to have a look. And not just cars, there's motorbikes and all sorts. It's always a great day. So pop into town and have a walk round. And it's really good for nostalgia when you start, oh, we used to have one of them cars. That sort of, it's a real big day. And let's hope it all goes off very, very well indeed. Reminder, you can meet Steve Picker on Wednesday night. He will be there at our social night. I know you ladies will go, oh, look at that. Yes, he will be there. You can see his muscles in person. Yeah, he'll be there on Wednesday night. We'll be talking noses all night long. It should be a good little night, okay? Right then, so settle back. We're off for our nosy tonight with Steve. Steve, where are you tonight?
Told you, didn't I? Oh, I don't want to go and look at that, Steve. It's getting dark. Yeah. Oh, bloody spiders. You know.
I can read his mind.
Can't, can you? You really don't want to read it right now?
No, I don't know.
I don't know, but it's perfectly square, isn't it? Him being all Italian, Mamma mia, me don't want you going in there. But that's right, the roof. AC Milan, Juventus and all that, pepperoni pizza. I don't want to go in there to that one. That was so crap, wasn't it, that was? Dave, what the bloody hell's this? Hello, hey up and hey diddling. My name is Steve. Your name is?
I'm delighted, Dave.
There you go, you heard it here first, another world exclusive. Right then, so I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, I've been feeling a little bit guilty, haven't I, Dave? Yeah. Why have I been feeling guilty?
Because you've not done any videos and we've not been out exploring.
And we didn't even rehearse that. How did you? That's genuine. I wasn't expecting you to know.
I can read his mind.
Can't, can you? You really don't want to read it right now?
No, I don't know.
No. Anyway, it's Sunday night. It's around. We've actually already been exploring. As you can see, I'm a bit dirty, and you'll see why in the video in a bit. You know what we're like. We're like great big kids, aren't we? But this is the northern entrance. It isn't it? We're at the north. Entrance. Just up there is Staunton Harold Hall. I'm not sure if we're just inside Leicestershire at this point or we're just over the border in South Derbyshire. I'm not sure. But I come and walk round here the other day. Long story short, the last video I did showed you part of the old Ticknall tramway that opened in 1802. But there were a spur off that went to an area just over there, a lime workings and lead workings called Dimmingsdales. That was your phone, that's very unprofessional. It was. Anyway, don't matter, I'll let you off this time. Just put an imaginary quid in the random phone noise box. Anyway, so at this point here, I'm going to show you in a minute, there was a spur of a tramway and we've got some stone sets here. Now, these little tramways at this end were put in around about 1828, 1830. Now, the famous canal and tramway engineer, Benjamin Outram, who I think died in around about 1804. We're in the very early 1800s anyway. He designed the Ticknall tramway that opened in 1802. But like I say, these branches around this workings that you're going to see today, they were towards the end of the 1820s, but still very old. Anyway, got some beautiful old stone sets to show you down here. Shall we show them, Dave?
Yep, let's get to it.
Right then, so of course, as you've just seen, Staunton Harold Hall's up there. This is the northern entry of it, but it's just here where it gets interesting, because this footpath here, this is part of an old tramway. Now, we're not sure if it was just going to that driveway, or as Dave mentioned earlier, went up there towards the hall on this bit of a path at the side of the road. But what's fascinating down here, we've still got the old stone sets in situ. Now, I was down here last weekend and I was actually cleaning out the actual plug holes on the actual stone sets themselves, and when I came across it, like I said, I didn't realise the tramway came down here at this point. But yeah, look at these, still in situ. Amazing. And as you'll see, I've cleaned a couple of them out last weekend. Show them these, Dave, aren't they lovely? So great to still have these here. Let's look at that. So although Benjamin Outram, of course, didn't design this particular tramway, they were still using his methods of these stone sets. Of course, you know, modern day railways and what became the railways, because it's funny, isn't it? You know, the tramways were built to supply the canals, and then they ended up succeeding the canals, which, you know, the canal owners and what have you weren't happy about, because it were going to put them out of business, wasn't it? You know what I mean? But so, yeah, it would have been on the other side. Now, whether there's any buried in the undergrowth, I don't know. I'm not going in there tonight, but these are lovely, aren't they, look? Look at that. So, just around about here, you'll see in a minute, there's an old junction here, look, isn't there, Dave? Right, so as I've just mentioned to you, you might be interested to know, that's where the stone sets are up there on that path. And where Dave's standing with the camera right now, it branches off to the right here and then goes off up towards the main Ticknall tramway. Now, just down here, we've got a bit of a stream. And you know what I'm going to say, but we're not, I'm not going to go down there this evening because it's oh, shall I? Oh, I'll give you a quick look. I ain't got no wellies on. Right. Right, so I am going to go down and have a look because it looks a bit more interesting than I first thought it was. I came down here, yeah, I came down here last weekend, but didn't come in here because I'd only got my shorts on. Right, the only problem is now I've got to try and get down. That's my best route.
It does look interesting, actually, Steve.
Yeah, it does. You see, it won't get dark yet. Right, so this culvert, I'm actually going to show it you. This is really old. Well, it's probably late 1820s. I'm going to show you inside it in a minute. I might be able to get in it a little way. It's Spider Bloody City, as Pews. It's got a stone floor, Dave. Look at them. That's amazing. Yeah, this was worth looking at. Hey up. Do you need some medication, Dave?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, yeah. Told you, didn't I? Oh, I don't want to go and look at that, Steve. It's getting dark. Well, you don't talk like that, I know, but...
Get him!
Look at them spider webs, Dave. Let's show you in here, anyway. It's a nice one. Yeah, yeah. Oh, bloody spiders. Right, so we'll go in here so far, ain't going all the way. Oh, bloody hell, here we go again. I mean, I don't know if I can get out the other side. We've not ventured that far, but it's interesting. I mean, look at this old stonework here, look. Still got the mason's marks on, can you see them? And then it goes to brickwork just there, but... We must be mad, Dave.
Try not to disturb the walls, Steve, because they're very insecure.
Yeah, don't say things like that. Yeah, so it's a nice one, this is. These spiders, bloody hell. Got something crawling on my neck or something, but yeah. Look at that, that's nice, isn't it? But there's something on that wall up there, but I don't want to go all the way up, Dave, and then have to reverse all the way, because we don't know, do
You
we?
must be able to get out the other end. You must be able to. The water's
Yeah,
coming up
well, I'll tell you what, we'll have a look the other end.
Okay.
That's lovely, that is, look at that. Right, so here we are again. Now, I was going to get in here and crawl up it, but it's not, I mean, the water's shallow. The water ain't a problem. It'll just be my knees that are wet, but the problem is this end, it's a bit more dilapidated, shall we say. Can you see what I'm saying? It's not, I don't want to be crawling up there, grab onto the side, because some of this brickwork's quite brittle, and then a section of it fall in, because it could do. I mean, you just don't know, do you? You've got to be about right and watch what you're doing. But yeah, interestingly constructed culvert, that's for sure. Anyway, let's press on. I ordered this new bed, you know, and it turned up yesterday morning. And they sent a trampoline, haven't they, instead of a bed. Vanessa hit the roof. She did. You like that one?
I like that one. It's a cracker.
And that is courtesy of Paul Gardner at Hinckley District Past and Present. He posted that on Facebook the other day. And sometimes I don't actually laugh out loud at things, but do you know when we do that, we put LOL, don't we? Laugh out loud, but you don't really. But I really did it, that. It really got me, that did. Right then, so this Dimmingsdale's, you know, it's such a great example of what nature does when mankind up and leave. Now this quarry, of course, they pretty much stopped workings here in roughly 1870, so, you know, really long time ago. But just down here, I'm going to show you these old lime kilns here. Spectacular, isn't they, Dave?
Amazing.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, amazing. What a location as well.
Yeah, well, you've never been here, have you? I'm
No.
surprised when you said you'd never been. But yeah, let me show you these anyway, these lime kilns. They're fantastic, these are. It's an amazing place, this is, you know. It's open to the public, it's a nature reserve. It's absolutely fantastic. In general, it's a beautiful area, this. You've got Staunton Harold Hall just over there. You've got Call Cabby Hall over there. And over there, behind the camera, you've got Sod Hall. That's where I belong. Anyway, so just down here, I'll show you this a bit closer up in a second. Got a beautiful old lime kiln here. We've got one there. Now, there were 6 altogether, I think. There's a bit of a hole over there. Probably won't show you all of them, but hey, look at this anyway. And there you have it, a beautiful old lime kiln, and once again, taken over by nature. And, you know, just look at these trees here, look. I mean, look at this. I mean, that's not a new tree either. There's Dave, look. Hey. But that's not a new tree, that ain't. And it's incredible what nature does. I absolutely love it. I can't get enough of nature, but yeah, look at that. Amazing stuff. Old industrial history. Can't beat it. Right then, Dave, you can't come to a place like this where there's an abundance of wild garlic and not sampling it. We won't try any near the path for obvious reasons, because there's a lot of Labradors around here. Do you know what I'm saying? But I love the stuff I do. That looks like a good bit. That looks decent. Yeah, yeah. Should probably wash it really, shouldn't you? But no dog piss, right? Like that. It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Honestly, you know, if you like garlic, a bit strong that bit. Oh, Jesus Christ! What are they putting in it round here? Hey, jalapeno bloody garlic or what?
That is strong.
This is here.
If you do like this, come to these places, stay clear of the past, bag it up, put it in your salad, put it in your pasta. Amazing.
Oh, I've had it in my pasta for work, you know. No one will come near me at work, colleagues and that, you know. It's great to keep them away, management and what have you, do you know what I mean? But yeah, do you know what, you've got all this on your doorstep.
That is strong, Steve.
Dave, it's incredible here, isn't it?
Yeah. This is one of the nicest places I've been in a long time, and I've never been here. This
No.
area you're in now is just amazing.
Beautiful. So we're going to see what else we can see up there.
Yeah,
I've got something interesting to show you. Just up here, Dave. Just up here.
Let's go.
Is that there were old, you know, buildings and what have you scattered about this place, and of course we've just come to this area where they've been felling a few saplings and what have you, and cutting branches back, and just found a really old brick from a building. Now, just here, I'm not going to show you too closely because it's very hard to see there. There's a bit of a hole here. Now, they've covered it over a bit, and I don't know. Tell you what, that wind's getting up a bit, Dave. I hope I ain't going to hammer it down. At least we ain't too far from the car. But yeah, if we uncover this, Dave, this might be an old cellar or something like that.
I've got a brick wall here.
You've got a brick wall, have you? Yeah. And this is the beauty about this sort of thing, isn't it, Dave? This is the stuff that I love the most, tearing into things. It's not always too great for you, the viewer, I suppose, because you're not always seeing something in great detail. But for me, this is where my love for it lies, to be honest with you. So what me and Dave thought was going to be wouldn't see too much, we've actually seen a little bit more than we first thought. But, you know, like Del Boy Trotter used to say, he who dares wins, he who hesitates don't. Something like that, innit, Dave? Crikey. You see that muck disappear, look, down that hole?
You got your torch, Steve?
Hey, it's round. It's rounded.
No.
What the bloody hell was that then?
You got your torch, Steve?
It's in your bag. Hold on. We're still rolling. this is where
become exciting.
This is where it's at. Look at this. Here we are again, Dave. Here we all are. Sunday evening. Where's my torch? Why is it always me doing the grunt work? Hey,
If I had my long trousers on, I'd be down there.
What, the long trousers or the wrong trousers, like Wallace and Gromit? Hey? I bet Indiana Jones has got some of them, ain't there? Bloody hell. Oh yeah, hey up.
Hey, it's open this side
Yeah,
as well.
it's opening up. That's right, you supervise the job. Hey?
Look at this.
Well, yeah, look at this. Look at Steve sweating his
Yeah,
tits
look
off
at
again.
Steve swelling his tits off again, yeah.
Hey? Right then, I hope you can see that a bit better now. So we've got this bit of an hole here. Don't know what's going on at the minute. It's shooting down. So I'm just going to try and clear it best I can. I'm not going down it. I mean, I've lost weight, but I ain't that bloody thin. Got roots going in it, Dave.
Yeah, that side looks like it's filled in, but the other side doesn't.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, bloody hell. I'm always at the shit end of the stick, I am, ain't I? Hey?
Yeah.
What do you reckon? I'll walk in, Marvin Esther will say, what have you been bloody doing? I mean, she don't sound like that when she talks, but... Right, once this is out of the way, that'll be easier. All we need now is Steve follows here. We could hang him upside down.
Yeah, and drop him down.
The walkabout Wazzock, aka the pissed up priest. I've got decent jeans on here, you know. Well, I didn't know we were going to be... Look at this, look. Strange grub here, look. Trying to bite me. You mean, no, the bloody new these are, you cheeky swine. Hey? Oh, that's a bit at an angle. Oh, oh shit. Ugh. Right. You know what this is, don't you?
What's that?
It's Bilbo Baggins' house. We're at Bag End. We're at Bag End.
Have a look down there like that. It's definitely
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Just stick your
Bilbo
head.
Baggins' house.
I've cut my bloody thumb.
That is, I think that's a chimney out of a kiln. And I think, because you look in there, Steve, it's round. There's a window frame about where your foot is.
Wow.
Laying down. But it's round and it's all burning on the walls.
Right.
It's,
Sunday night, and here we go again. I've got to put my builder's arse away. Right. So you want me to stick my nose in here then, do you, Dave?
yeah, upside down.
Things you bloody do.
And have a look, have a nosy round. It's very interesting.
Going underground. Oh wow.
Is it?
Bloody hell.
See the burning?
Dave. What the bloody hell's this? Oh, we've got to clear this out. No. Oh my, what the hell's that? Del boy, I've seen some, I can see lights. I don't know what it is. It's not a brick. Oh, I can't show them that because if I lose my phone down there, I ain't getting it out. Dave, what? Well, for starters, we can't get in there from the top, can we? It's not very wide. Oh, for God's sake.
You see that bit of window frame back
Yeah,
there?
yeah. I don't know, but it's perfectly square, isn't it?
Signs of burning on the walls, isn't there?
I think so. Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, Steve, here's one. Here's something. Was there a steam-powered machine here, and that was where the coal was loaded in?
I don't know.
Dropped
Do you
into it to feed it.
reckon there's a steam-powered shower anywhere?
I don't know.
Yeah, to be continued with this.
Yeah. Fascinating. Amazing, isn't it, that is?
I tell you what, Dave, it's non-stop bloody Mardi Gras, isn't it?
Yeah, this is good. What an amazing find now, that was.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm just a bit disappointed, if I'm being honest with you, that I couldn't really show you in there, but the old thingamabob that the actual camera is wedged into, it's a bit delicate, if you know what I'm saying, so I didn't want to lose my phone because I would not have got it out. But, see there, look, got something else interesting here. And I came down here last weekend, seen this by chance. I just walked across the path in front of the camera there and seen this little dark hole here. And it's not very big, but what it is fascinating. So have a gander at this, me lad and me ladettes.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, let's get a little nosy at this little building here that looks like it was built for a hobbit. Yeah, let's look at that. Really old stonework. Now, I think this may well be an old gunpowder store. you know, the dynamite for when they were blasting in the lime works behind me in the quarry there. Could be wrong, but usually they used to keep dynamite and what have you in little buildings like this. Look at this old stonework here. Very old this is, you know. Like I say, this quarry was finished with by around about 1870, so it's very, very old. But yeah, just thought I'd show you that. Great little piece of detail, that, isn't it? Right, very interesting that, wasn't it?
Very interesting.
What do you reckon?
What a superb place.
Yeah.
We've only just touched the tip of the iceberg here. There's so much to explore.
Yeah, and I think what we're going to have to do, where I was, well, where both me and Dave were sticking his head into that hole, we're going to have to do a part 2 there. Now, I'm sorry that I didn't stick you down the hole as well, but I really didn't want to lose my phone. And not only that, I've got my microphone transmitter on that as well, and they're not the cheapest of toys. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think it's quite easy to clear that out, wasn't it? Enough to...
Yeah. Go on then. Go on then.
Oh, yeah.
Go on then.
we need to put clothes on and that, a couple of spades.
Yeah, I think it's worth investigating further because it weren't the only one there. But I hope you've enjoyed this video anyway. The birds are singing, Dave.
Oh, yeah, it's fantastic.
Really puts your mind at rest when you come to a place like this, don't you reckon?
If you was in a bad mood, you would have forgotten you was in a bad mood.
Yeah.
Been in a place like that.
Amazing. But anyway, I hope you did enjoy this video. We've seen a bit. That culvert we're interested. We said we weren't even going to go in there, didn't we?
Yes.
Oh, I don't want to, him being all Italian. Mamma mia, me don't want you going in there. AC Milan, Juventus and all that. Pepperoni pizza. But anyway, anything else to add, Dave?
No, I've had a good night. I've missed me buddy. So
Yeah.
it's been nice to be out with me buddy.
All right. You're going all Italian on me. I was okay.
Mamma mia.
I'm only joking, Dave. We love you really.
Yeah,
we love you really. Anyway, that's enough bloody prattling about. Do you know, I couldn't half murder of an Essa cup of tea. An Essie tea.
Let's go then.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching as per usual. He really did just run off as well. Stop. Exploring friend. I think we've gone mad. It must be that wild garlic, Dave.
Yeah, it's that wild garlic.
Yeah. Anyway. Daft it, mate. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and share. And do you know what? We'll do a part 2. We'll come and get in there and see what, because it was fascinating. Anyway, see you very soon. While we're going that way, the phone's here. Right, come on. That's enough of that. Wait right in the head.
Jones will help us clear that out.
Yeah. We're still recording.
Come on.
I am going now. This is really... No, you hang up. All right, I'll hang up. No, you hang up.
You hang up.
Yeah. We're really not right, are we?
No.
Are we going? What would...
Hello?
Yeah. Don't...
Oh.
You doing? You moved it.
Oh,
Right, but we are going now. All right, TTFN, try me ducks. Bye-bye.
And there they were. They're still there, waving goodbye, you know, really. Absolutely it is. There's the nosy then, one of Steve's favourite ones as well. It would have been nice to have seen down that hole, though, wouldn't it? Because, like I say, it would have been nice for him to, you know, be able to put his camera down. But like he said, he did not want to lose. He did not want to lose his phone, which is fair enough, I suppose. Yep, there we go. Dennis says, well, that is intriguing and funny. Brilliant videos, says David Allen. And Russet said, I can't wait to see part 2. No, exactly. Now then, okay then. Well, that's our nosy for tonight. It's time, as if you didn't already know, to give you the answers. Now, what we're going to do, we'll go through these and then give you the answers as we go. And then you can put your scores out of 6. You know, as we go through. Okay, so stand by. Let's see. We've probably lost question 1 again, but we will try it. Yes, oh, it's there, my word. So we was asking question 1 of our 6 of the best this evening. What is the name of the railway footbridge at Hinckley Station? Well, if you didn't already know, some people didn't even know it's got a name. It has. It's called Bridge. No, it's not. It's actually called Orton's Bridge. Orton's Bridge, named after the councillor that campaigned for many, many years to get that bridge installed and replace the old one. So Orton's Bridge is the answer to question number 1. Question 2, guess the date. What year did Castle Street first close to traffic? Now, bit of a tricky question actually, because it's when it first closed to traffic. Now, if you're as old as me, you'll know that actually they closed it off temporary for 6 months to see how it would go before they then introduced the permanent pedestrianisation we get. And the correct date for that, 1974. 5. It was 1975. Okay, so that's the correct answer. We're looking there. How are you doing so far? Yeah, have you got 2 out of 2? Well, did you get 3, which is Europe's busiest port? Now, I know a lot of you went straight onto Monsieur Google, and it should have told you it's Rotterdam. Yeah, Rotterdam is Europe's busiest port. So there we go. Have you now got 3 out of 3? Don't know. True or false? The story of the 9 o'clock horses began right here in Hinckley from the horse fair, and generations of Hinckley kids have been threatened with it ever since. Absolutely false. It's false, of course. No, I just made that one up because I just thought it tied in quite nicely with Aussies. Yeah, exactly. Have you got 4 out of 4? Oh, Russet said, by the way, I got that without Mr. Google. Well done, Russet. Being honest, thank you. Well done, that. Yeah. Dave B, some counsellor. We're talking about the bridge, that is. Okay, so where am I in Hinckley? This is where I'll tell you now. Where in Hinckley? I'm actually standing outside. Well, it's now Steaming Billy's. It was the White Bear or the Sportsman's. I have got a present day full picture, but you'll have to take my word for it because I can't show it you at the minute. So we are on Coventry Road outside the Sportsman stroke White Bear stroke Steaming Billy's stroke anything else. All right, so that's where I am. So have you got 5 out of 5? Can you go the whole hog and get the whole 6? Behold, Halley Hunter Howells is the anagram. And my subtle clue, and I think it was really good myself, well, one is and one ain't these days. I was talking about pubs. You might know me talking about pubs. Absolutely. One is and one ain't. What was I looking for? I was looking for the Hollybush and Hollywell. Yeah, that's where I was. How did you do with 6 of the best? Right, okay, let's go to the chat screen. Let's have let's get your answers coming in on the screen, and our viewers at home can see who's going to claim to have the high score this evening. It's interesting because Dave Blower's internet connection is quite behind us, so he's answering questions as I've gone by him. I know you can't help it, Dave. Right, okay then. Russet says she's got 3. She's got 3 out of 6 tonight. Dave B says false. You see, his internet connection is far behind ours. David Allen said I've got 2. I've got 2 out of 2. All right then. Carol Beasley 2.5. How did you do that? Queen Bee has got 5. That's the highest so far. Dangerous Den has got 4 this evening. Well done. And listen, it's all for fun. It's just good. You know, there's nothing right. You know, there's nothing. There's no shame. There is no shame for only getting 1, for example. So far this evening, it looks like... and Tim and Jane. They come in with a 5, so you're tying with Queen Bee this evening. Keep those coming in, just while I remind everybody that our social night Wednesday night is, of course... Oh, that's very good, Dave B. Just come in there. Dave B. Well, a pub in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. I like that. Well done, Dave. Well done. I do like that. Paul Glover comes in with 5 out of 6. So we've got 3 people tying for the high score this evening. I haven't seen anybody who's answered with 6 so far. But like I say, it's an honesty game, really. Jeff Wallace said 3 for us tonight, Paul. Well done over there in Lincolnshire. And as I say, I'll just give it a few more moments. Just gives it time for the internet to catch up. Yeah, Dennis Perkins. Now, don't encourage in Dangerous Den. That's funny, Dave B. It was, actually. It was very good for Dave B, actually, that was. Carol Beasley said, I got Hollywell. I didn't get Holly Bush. There you go, you see. Absolutely superb. Our social night Wednesday night, by the way, with the Mr. Picker, Mr. Knows himself. Come along, spend an evening with us. You know what it's like. Good beer, good company. We'll have a raffle and stuff. That should be good. Which reminds me to tell you that we should all be, well, next weekend be launching the prize draw. I'm going to be honest, we just ran out of time to get it all ready for tonight's broadcast. So we'll be doing the autumn prize draw starting next week. A little fundraiser. We've got some great prizes, and thank you to everybody that has donated prizes. We've got some nice prizes to put in the prize draw. We'll run that all the way through October, and as I say, we'll have that drawn by the end of the month. Brilliant. Clive Armstrong said, "I've got 4 right." Well done, Clive. So no one claiming 6, but we've got 3 people pegging at 5. So well done this evening. You've done really, really well. You may have also seen on one of the screens, and say we're still sorting these little bits out. We've also holding an on the, it's the 29th or 30th of October, where it's a Saturday afternoon, St Mary's Church, and we're having an afternoon of memories and nostalgia. So we'll be showing some of our films and stuff. Now I know you've seen a lot of it here, here at home, but we're raising funds for St Mary's Church. So we're doing that to say thank you for hosting our regular scanning sessions. So if you want to come along, the tickets are available at St Mary's Church. It's an afternoon, it's not an evening, it's an afternoon, because we've been told there's a lot of people who would love to come to our shows, but unfortunately they don't want to come out when it's dark. Too right, fair enough. So come along and join us. So that's the end of October, and I'll be publicising that a little bit more as we get our way to there. But in the meantime, thank you very much tonight. We've had a nice cosy night. It's not been so riotous with the Kirby's not in and the Crop's not in. It's all been a nice steady night, hasn't it? But we'll be back next Saturday night when we'll do it all over again. But I do want to thank you personally for spending your Saturday night here with Hinckley District past and present. I think the Screaming Shout show's about done now. So all being well, we'll be back next Saturday night, and hopefully please come along on Wednesday night to see Mr. Noser live. I think it's going to be a great little night. So until then, remember to keep it live, to keep it HDPP, and we will see you next Saturday night right here on YouTube. Ta-da. Well, that's the first one out of it. Oh, hello. Oh, my word. Fancy coming back in here to find us here. My word, yes. Yes, some things never change, you know. True. And they haven't, because this is the part of the programme we never talk about, ever. And some of you know that by hanging on here desperately, you might get 1 or 2 chortles, a bit of a laugh to send you to bed tonight. And listen, I've been busy, so busy, I've just had to get these as we've gone along. Now then, I'll do this one. I think I'll do this one especially for Dangerous Den tonight. 2 windmills are on a date and one asks the other, "So what kind of music do you like?" The other replies, "I'm a big metal fan." Think about it. I'm a big metal fan. Thought that was quite good, actually. Okay, all right then. My girlfriend has just bought some tickets to go and watch Labyrinth. I don't want to go, but it's going to be hard to get out of. Labyrinth, hard to get out. Gentleman goes to the doctor. "Doctor, help me, I'm addicted to Twitter." And the doctor says, "Sorry, I don't follow you." And someone threw a bottle of omega-3 capsules at me. Luckily, my injuries are only super fish oil. And then, lo and behold, a bloke on a tractor just driven past me shouting, "The end of the world is nigh." I think it was Farmageddon. Finally, my mum bought me a real cheap dictionary for my birthday. I couldn't find the words to thank her. And on that note, take care. We'll see you next Saturday night. Take care. Ta-da. See you Wednesday. Don't forget.